Dear students, welcome to the online lecture on simple harmonic motion. In the last class, we have understood what is periodic motion, types of periodic motion, oscillatory type, or that is circular type, and linear type, and we have considered the meaning of oscillations and vibrations. Today, we will derive an equation for SHM using the Hooke's law. So, equation for SHM, equation for simple harmonic motion using Hooke's law. For that, we have to consider a system which is executing simple harmonic motion. I have a simple system which is executing a simple harmonic motion. I have a mass which is moving in a linear manner. Okay, so this is the mass. I have a mass which is oscillating in a linear manner. So this is executing a simple harmonic motion. Okay, so whenever a mass, this is a mass that is present and this is the equilibrium position. So when mass starts oscillating, it will start from this position, it reaches this point A, and from A comes back to equilibrium. From equilibrium it will go back to the point B. From B it is going back to origin, equilibrium position. So this is one oscillation. So from Y it is going to A, from A it is going to equilibrium, or from equilibrium it goes to B, from B it goes to equilibrium position. This is how it is oscillating. Okay, so I will consider this as one oscillator which is exhibiting a simple harmonic motion. Now the thing is, I cannot show here with efficiency the restoring force. Why? Because as per the definition of SHM, there shall be one restoring force at this position and there is one restoring force at this position. Therefore, so the same can be easily explained with the help of a spring mass system. I have a spring like this. This is the spring mass, okay, system. This spring mass system is also exhibiting the simple harmonic motion. Okay, now this is at equilibrium y equal to 0. So if you apply the force and create an extension in the spring, okay, by applying the force, the spring gets elongated like this. So this is the position of the mass. Okay, so after you apply a force in the downward direction, let us assume it in this direction. I will not call it as downward. I will say it is in this direction. This is the direction that you have applied F. Due to the application of the force, there is a extension in the spring. So the spring has extended to a certain distance. Okay, that distance we will call it as the displacement y. Due to the displacement, there is a restoring force which has been generated. This is known as the restoring force Fr. So the applied force is F in the downward direction, and the restoring force due to the Hooke's law that is present in the spring, okay, are the springs will in turn generate a restoring force which opposes the applied force. Okay, so within the elastic limit, okay, this force is such that it is opposing the applied force. So this force is called as the restoring force. So once if you remove the force, the restoring force will make the body to move upwards. When it is moving upward, it is not going to stop at the point of equilibrium. Rather than it is going to move from B to equilibrium, and it still moves ahead, and it will reach the location B. It is going to reach the location B like this. sorry, A. So once it reaches the point A, the spring gets squeezed, therefore a restoring force is also generated at this point. Okay, so the restoring force again is proportional to the displacement that is generated here from the equilibrium. So this is the point of equilibrium. From equilibrium, the mass, whenever it is at A, the displacement will be y. Similarly, when the mass is at B, the displacement is again y. So the restoring force which is created at A and the restoring force which is created at B is going to oscillate the mass in a simple harmonic manner or in a periodic manner. It keeps the mass in oscillating form. So this is the restoring force. This is the applied force. You are getting the point. The restoring force is generated when you apply the force. Okay, and it is proportional to the displacement. So this should be kept in mind because these are the conditions for SHM. So I have a mass. You can take this diagram or this diagram for the explanation. Okay, so here let us assume that I have a mass which is executing a simple harmonic motion. Okay, so this is the mass M which is executing a simple harmonic motion. Okay, now I have the mass which is executing the simple harmonic motion. So when you have a simple harmonic motion, there is some displacement that is taking place due to the application of the force. When you apply the force, the displacement that is taking is y. So y is the displacement that has taken place. Okay, so the displacement is nothing but the position of the mass, either this mass or the mass that is connected to a spring, from the mean position, that is called as y. So this is the displacement, or you can see here it is the displacement here or the displacement here. Okay, so up to this point it is nothing but the displacement. So y is the displacement. For such a scenario, there are actually two forces which are acting. The first one is the Newtonian force or the applied force. The first one is the Newtonian force that is applied. So what is the Newtonian force or the applied force in this case? If you look at the diagram, applied force, this is the force that you have applied, F. You can see here. Okay, I am marking here F. Okay, which is downwards. This is the F that is acting in the downward direction. Okay, therefore the force that is acting on the spring is F due to the application of the force. Okay, due to application of the force, therefore I will call it as the applied force. So this applied force F is given by mass into acceleration. It is mass into acceleration of the particle. Now once the mass is set into oscillation, the mass has certain acceleration. So this acceleration is given by acceleration here, this acceleration. Therefore F is equal to mass into acceleration. I can write F equal to mass, I have taken it as m, and acceleration I can write as d2y by dt square. Why? Because I have taken the displacement y. If y is the displacement, then the acceleration is given by, acceleration of a particle is given by d2y by dt square. So this is the acceleration. This I will take it as equation number 1. Similarly, as I told you, there is a restoring force. You can see here, this is the restoring force. Okay, so due to the restoring force, okay, the oscillations are starting in the spring or in the SHM system. So the second force that is nothing but the restoring force. The restoring force is given by F, given by Fr. It is opposing the applied force. Okay, the restoring force, as per the condition what we have studied, the last class, the restoring force is directly proportional to the displacement. Therefore the restoring force, I can write it as Fr is directly proportional to the displacement y, and at the same time it should be pointing towards the equilibrium. Therefore I can write as minus y. So therefore, if I remove the proportionality sign and I introduce a constant, that constant I will take it as k into y. So this is equation number 2, where k is called as the force constant. It's called as the force constant. Okay, it has a unit of Newton meter. I will explain this later. Okay, so this is the force constant that you have. Okay, so this is equation number 2. Now at equilibrium, not at equilibrium position, when the system reaches in an equilibrium state, you will see that the applied force F is equal to the restoring force Fr. So from equation 1 and 2, if I substitute it from 1 and 2, if I do the substitution, F is nothing but m into d2y by dt square plus that is equal to what is Fr? Fr is equal to minus of k into y. Okay, clear? So just rearrange it. Okay, on rearranging this, I can get it as d2y. If I rearrange it, okay, on rearranging the equation, this equation, I can write it as d2y by dt square plus k by m into y is equal to 0. So this is the equation that we get on rearranging the above equation, this equation, and I can call it as equation number 3. Okay, now here k is a thing but a force constant. I will do the explanation. M is the mass that you have taken, mass that is hanged to a spring or mass of the system which is executing simple harmonic motion. Now here I can do a substitution. I can do the substitution as k by m is equal to omega square. I can substitute k by m is equal to omega square, where omega is nothing but the angular velocity. I can write it as angular velocity. Okay, on substituting this, okay, so I can rewrite equation number 3. Okay, so this is the equation number 3. Therefore I can continue here. Therefore equation 3 becomes, okay, I will just continue here itself. Therefore equation 3 becomes, okay, d2y by dt square plus k by m, k by m in equation number 3. So this is the equation k by m. In k by m you have to substitute omega square. So I have to substitute it as omega square y, that is equal to 0. So this is the equation number 4, which represents the equation for SHM. Equation for SHM. Okay, omega being the angular frequency, omega you can write here as root of k by m, root of k by m. Okay, why? Because you know that it is omega square is k by m. Therefore omega I can write it as k by m radians per second. Okay, this is the k by m radians per second. Okay, so this is the equation number 4. This is the equation for SHM in differential form. Now here I have to explain, I need to solve this equation. Okay, on solving this equation number 4, on solving equation number 4, on solving equation 4, I get a solution. One of the solution is y is equal to a sine omega t. This is the solution what I get. Okay, this solution that I get from equation number 4, Okay, I will call it as equation number 5, and this is representing the displacement. Y means it's a thing but the displacement of the particle at a certain instant of a time. That means I can evaluate the displacement if I know the value of A, omega, and at what time I want it. Okay, so therefore this equation is called as the equation for the displacement. Okay, this is A sine of omega t. So where y is the displacement, equation for displacement. Okay, now here I have left out some important discussion. So this is the equation that you get for the simple harmonic motion, very important derivation. Okay, this is the equation in differential form, keep in mind. Okay, now here I have just told you the meaning of I have to tell you the meaning of the force constant. What is this force constant? Okay, so what is this force constant? K, force constant K. What is this force constant? Now we know that the restoring force is given by Fr is proportional to the displacement, and it should be pointing towards the equilibrium. Okay, so the restoring force is the proportional to minus y. If I remove the proportionality sign, I should get it as minus of K into y. Okay, just as we have done above. So if you rearrange it for K, you get it as Fr divided by y. So here I have left out negative sign. Negative sign indicates the direction of the restoring force. It is pointing towards the equilibrium. Now this is the definition for the force constant. What it is? It is the thing but the restoring force per unit displacement. Or I can write it as at equilibrium. Okay, we know that Fr is equal to F. Okay, so therefore K can be defined as Fr divided by y, or what is Fr? Fr is equal to F. Okay, so therefore I can define force constant as, if you take the first part, if you take the first section, Fr is equal to K is equal to Fr divided by y. What is this? Fr is equal to K is equal to Fr divided by y. That means it is known as the Fr. What is Fr? It is nothing but the restoring force. It is the thing but the restoring force per unit displacement. You can write like this. Fr is the restoring force. So restoring force per unit displacement is called as the force constant. Okay. So the unit is again Newton per meter. Or you can go for the second case. Fr is equal to K by y. So force constant. If I do it, force constant K is equal to F divided by y. What is F? If you go for the discussion just now, whatever we have made, F means it is the applied force. So I can write the value of F as nothing but the applied force. It is the value of applied force required for unit displacement. That means unit displacement. Okay, here also if you look at it, applied force, so the unit here is Newton and the displacement is meter, therefore it's Newton per meter. So the restoring force, you can define it as the restoring force is defined as the force constant is defined as the restoring force per unit displacement, r. You can also define it in another way. R, you can define it as, okay, the restoring force R, the force applied or the applied force required for unit displacement, that is called as the force constant. If you look at the diagram here, if I want a displacement of 1 unit, what is y? Y is the displacement. You are getting the point. Say I want a displacement of 1 centimeter. Y is how much? Here I will take the value of y. I am giving an example. Y is equal to 1 centimeter. Whatever the force that is required to have a displacement of 1 centimeter, that amount of force is called as the force constant. Okay. If I want the displacement y, if 1 unit displacement may be 1 centimeter or 1 mm or 1 meter or any unit, okay, 1 meter. To have this much of displacement, what is the force you require? You are getting the point. How much force you require to have a displacement of 1 centimeter? For example, if you want to have the displacement, you have to pull the spring, no? How much force you require for that? So that force per unit displacement is called as the force constant R. It is also called as the stiffness factor. That I will tell you again when I deal with the spring, okay, in detail. So hope it is clear to you. So very simple derivation. So you should know what is the value of applied force. You should know what is the value of restoring force. Okay, you have to evaluate the two forces and equate them. That's all. If you equate them, okay, if you equate these two forces 1 and 2, if equate the two forces 1 and 2, okay, then you can easily equate. After equating, you can easily get a differential equation. If you solve it, okay, after solving you get the displacement. Very simple one and very important for your examination also. And the force constant is the thing but the restoring force per unit displacement, R, it is nothing but the applied force required for unit displacement. Okay, so with this I shall stop the derivation on the equation for simple harmonic motion. Thank you for your class.